live on my channel.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
well, actually, no. I decided I'm not doing the stream key for the Gridiron Apocalypse. I decided just to say that for the show.
This is the show.
Huh?
This is the show.
No, I'm talking about the Who Dey versus Who Dat show.
Yeah, that's basically what this is. I'm throwing around a bunch of different names. Well, we're live and arguing about this, by the way. But well, anyway, what's going on, everybody? Stranger says Who Dey. How you doing, Stranger? Mikey is currently doing something with his phone, so
I'm here.
Yeah. Anyway, it is halftime, right, of the game. Like we're not doing this game. It's just we're doing the podcast, and might as well have the score up. So for what it's worth, with the predictions so far, let's see, Mikey, you picked. Let's see, we got to catch up on the Christmas predictions because obviously that was the thing. I don't even have them up on me right now.
I know I went 2-1. You went 1-2.
Okay, well, there's your there's your results for whatever actually happened. Let's see, Commanders Cowboys. Did I pick the Commanders?
No, you picked Dallas.
Okay, that must have been my one then. Yeah, okay, I see it because I picked the Chiefs to win. I also thought the Lions would win, so that does make sense.
The only one I got wrong was the Lions. I told you, Lions fans. Just had to throw that in there.
Useless ass fucking team. Now the Vikings have the same record as them.
The Lions are currently 4th in their own division.
They're both 8-8.
Crazy.
Also, that is kind of wild that the NFC North has like two of the worst, the two worst teams in the division have an 8-8 record, and one of them's the Lions that many of us thought were going to be like Super Bowl contenders this year.
Yeah, but like the 3rd and the 4th place in the NFC South would be fighting for the 3rd and the 4th place team for the NFC North would currently be fighting for number 1 in the NFC South right now. That's how crazy it is.
Yeah, and the AFC North.
That is true.
Yeah, which just is. So anyway, we're gonna beat the Cardinals this week,
and we're gonna beat the Titans.
That's oh god. Who do you play next week?
Atlanta.
Oh fuck! So we're gonna finish with the same fucking record as you, aren't we?
Yes. Because we're talking all that smack this season, saying Saints better enjoy their 4-win season. Saints better do this. Look, we may not be hot shit right now.
I didn't say that.
I'm not saying you did, but a lot of people were talking all that thing, saying the Saints are going to be the worst team in the league, saying we're going to get the first pick next year, saying we're going to draft the quarterback, and look at y'all now.
I did say a lot of negative things about the Saints, but I didn't say all the things that you said.
Look, I'm not saying no. I was just talking in the general aspect. Because a lot of people kept saying, "Oh, number 1 with the number 1 pick in the 2026 draft, New Orleans Saints select March for Arch, tank for Arch, suck for Arch. Oh, don't forget Tyler Shuck. He's gonna be the worst rookie this season. Now look at y'all. Y'all look stupid." Just had to get that out.
I'm happy you're feeling good about your football team. I'm feeling like so one thing we should probably mention, at least as far as like Bengals talking points go, is it has been pretty much guaranteed at this point that the Bengals are going to keep Zach Taylor, which I have been on here and talked about how I think the Bengals should fire Zach Taylor because at this point it's ridiculous. I will say though, there is a silver lining to keeping Zach Taylor, because while I do think that it kind of seems ridiculous to keep him to keep this whole thing going that hasn't been working for years, going with Zach Taylor. I will say I do like Al Golden as a defensive coordinator. As bad as our defense was this year, as bad as I mean, I'm not sitting here saying the defense is good or should be, considered anything as far as this year goes. But I have, for the first time in I don't know how fucking long, like I mean, other than like early on some of the rookies with Lou Anarumo, but like as far as like some real thought process about having any semblance of developing young players on the defense. This might be the first time in like over a decade. Yeah, about a decade. The first time in like a decade that I have felt confident in the Bengals' ability to actually develop young defensive players, because like obviously the defense was garbage for a lot of this year, and but a lot of that had to do with the fact that like a lot of these veterans had fallen off. Like Geno Stone is a complete garbage heap. I don't understand how he still has a job. I don't understand how he had a job going into the season. Trey Hendrickson quit on the team, or allegedly. It seems to me like he's kind of quit on the team. Jermaine Pratt quit on the team. He did that very publicly. Logan Wilson quit on the team. We had so many defensive veterans who were like the anchor points of this defense who quit on the team. So it's just like, that's pretty much what's going to happen. And on top of that, Lou Anarumo never developed a single fucking young guy on this team. And so like once these veterans are quitting, you basically have nothing else going on for you. And Al Golden's out here marching basically, his own funeral march, because I don't think Dick LeBeau himself would be getting anything done with his defense. But we've had guys recently over the last couple of weeks. We've had Miles Murphy, Demetrius Knight has had some good flashes here and there. My dad keeps pointing out how Barrett Carter's had some good plays, and I'm not quite there with Barrett Carter.
On Sunday.
Do what?
He got an interception on Sunday against Quinn Ewers.
That would, yeah, that's that. Yeah, there you go.
Barrett Carter did do that.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, my dad's right that he has had some good plays, but I've seen zero consistency out of him at all. I don't see any development. I just see some lucky plays that happen. But I don't know. Maybe he'll get it together. I hope he does. He's a Cincinnati Bengal, so I hope he gets it together. I just don't see anything that I particularly like out of him. DJ Turner has developed into one of the best cornerbacks in the league right now. Now, I don't know if he's going to keep that up, but I mean, he's looked really good this year, and that's really good since Cam Taylor-Britt basically gave up on the team. So I mean, like we basically are going to have to start from scratch on defense next year, and it seems like some of these young guys are developing in a way that you can kind of build around. So, I mean, I'm not opposed to seeing a second year of Al Golden, and I'm not a huge fan of Zach Taylor at this point, because I'm getting kind of tired of seeing the same thing over and over again. Did the Ravens get another touchdown?
No, I'm not watching.
I'm not really watching either, but the score here says 27-14. That must have happened like right before halftime, because I have my score. I think my score is wrong. Go Ratbirds.
Well, I'm not gonna bug you about the scoreboard because I don't even know the score myself. You know why? Because the goddamn game's on Peacock.
Yeah, I hate this whole. We gotta have like 40 different streaming services just to keep up with the game.
If you want to put it on Peacock, can you at least put it on cable and Peacock?
I don't know.
Oh wait, no,
I mean, it is.
I can pay cable because you're a stupid person.
It is on TV if you're in like the Milwaukee area, and I
guess what, I'm not.
Think it might be on TV if you're in the Baltimore area.
And guess where I am not.
I'm not either. Although, funnily enough, up until like a couple of days ago, up until like yesterday, I just got back. But I was in Connecticut, which might have been it might have been close enough to Baltimore. to get the game. I don't know, but there's a reason why we so like obviously on Christmas we're not gonna do the podcast. We were gonna do it yesterday, but I got home like I had to get up at 2:30 in the morning for my plane flight, and I was dead all day. I couldn't think. There was nothing in life sounded better than going to fucking bed yesterday. So I was just like, Mikey, I'm not doing it. We're not doing it. We're not doing an episode. I will find some time tomorrow. I don't give a shit. But I'm not like as I'm sending you this email, I am going to bed immediately.
Yeah. Then you asked if I wanted to do this game, and I was like, no. You know why? Because I'm Peacock.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I didn't realize it was on Peacock when I said that, which is garbage. But whatever.
Bro, man, NFL is making me hate the bird Peacock.
I agree, stranger. No chef could have made a decent meal with the ingredients Golden was given. Bill Belichick wouldn't have. I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. I feel like if you had Dick LeBeau or Bill Belichick or so some of the great defensive coordinators of all time, maybe some of these guys would have had somewhat better results than Al Golden had. Right? I'm not saying Al Golden's like a great defensive coordinator. I don't know. I don't know. He did a pretty good job with Notre Dame, but. And he did a pretty good job with our linebackers when we went to the Super Bowl. But other than that, I don't really have an indication of what Al Golden's like as a defensive coordinator in the NFL. I think he could be. I think from what I've seen so far, it's like I think he didn't impress me with the results he had, but I wouldn't say it was all his fault. But the fact that some of the young guys are taking a step, that's what a defensive coordinator is supposed to do. Lou Anarumo never did any of that shit. So
yeah. Well, hey, I got good news for you. Well, I mean, kind of. So you remember how you said you wanted the Bengals draft Mansour Delane, right?
That's currently who my most realistic pick is. But I will say, like, and I think I've said this before on this podcast. But despite the fact that I hate Ohio State desperately, I'm also not really biased when it comes to the players too much. So I'd be totally, if we can get Caleb Downs, I feel like that'd be a really good player. I don't think he'll be available though.
But so I did a mock draft simulator, right? And I wanted to see who they thought Bengals I didn't do it for the Bengals. I did it for all the teams, but they had the Bengals saying Mansour Delane. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Okay. Speaking of mock draft, didn't we say we were going to do that on this episode?
I don't think so, but I'm not opposed to it.
Okay. I don't know. So let's see. Let me get through some of these comments. Maybe we'll do that. Is Archie Manning that bad if he was Quentin Ewers' backup?
Huh? I mean, what?
Well,
I mean,
don't forget Quentin Ewers was supposed to be like the next big thing.
A lot of people have him on top 5 a couple years ago.
Yeah, like I mean, he fell off a little bit, but I mean, Quentin Ewers was supposed to be like this big thing going into the NFL. Like I mean, not obviously he didn't, that didn't end up happening for him. But when he first got to Texas, that was like, oh, Quentin Ewers, that's going to be the next big name going into the NFL. And then that didn't happen. I see what you mean about, Archie Manning, but I think part of that was them just, wanting Archie Manning to get a little older first.
Yeah, that too. Like
they were kind of committed to Quinn Ewers.
Yeah. I mean, with Archie Manning, I mean, he didn't even, later down the stretch, like he started the season rough, but he got better. And first of all, it's Arch Manning. Archie Manning is the guy that played for the Saints. Yeah, Arch Manning, for Texas is, he started the season rocky, like shaky, but then he's like the last few weeks against Vanderbilt and there was one other team, Texas A&M, that's who it was, like against some of the top-ranked teams. Imagine saying 5 years ago that Vanderbilt was going to be a top-ranked team. But yeah, Vanderbilt, Texas A&M, all of these, etc. He started getting a little bit better. So, I don't think it's fair to call Arch bad at this point. He's definitely not great, and he definitely needs to improve on some things. But I think if he comes off with the momentum he had last season, he might be back in the top 5 conversation, the number 1 conversation. You know, it's all about rebuilding. That's most of it. Not.
All right, so I had something I was gonna say and I completely forgot it.
Dang it.
Jeff, to answer your question, I was in Connecticut because my wife's family is from Connecticut, and we go up there for a lot of the holidays. We went up there for Christmas this year, and she's got a cousin who does Christmas right. Like he puts on this big feast, and it's got like prime rib and lobster tail on like buffet style. It's just I like going up there to Connecticut. Plus, it's just a nice place to be. But yeah, that's why we went up to Connecticut. It was for Christmas, basically.
That's nice.
It was nice. It was nice.
Well,
but, what?
Well, good.
Yeah. So before we do this mock draft that I may or may not have talked to Mikey about before, but I swear we did.
I don't remember, but if we did,
we should at least talk about I put the title of this video is like why does every team suck this year? So I forget exactly what it was. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what it. Let's see. It doesn't even show me on the fucking thing. What?
I could read it.
Okay, yeah, you read it.
It says everyone in the NFL kind of sucks this year.
Oh, okay. So yeah, everyone in the. So let's talk about that for at least a little bit, so we don't just lie to people what the episode's about.
Okay.
And then we can go to a mock draft where we can, But what we're gonna do is we're gonna do mock draft. Like I'm gonna do the Bengals. We're gonna do like the 7 rounds. I'm gonna do the Bengals. You do the Saints, and I'll keep track of what's going on with the PFF mock draft simulator.
Got you.
But yeah. So my thought process with that is like look at the Texans. The Texans are a good example of this. The Texans looked like complete and utter dumpster garbage this year, and now they're 11-5 and in the playoffs. And the Colts, who we all had, like you had them at number 1 in your power rankings for like a couple of weeks in a row, if I recall.
Number 1 Pirates.
Now they're just out of the playoffs entirely. I know Daniel Jones got hurt, but like damn, it's almost like they have it's like they couldn't have been carried by their defense. I mean, like they had one fucking job. I'm just saying, like whoever their defensive coordinator is must be awful to have like dropped the ball that far.
Oh, you mean Lou Anarumo?
Oh, isn't Lou Anarumo? Is he there? I think I forgot about that. You're right. You're right, Mikey. Well, I think it says something about Lou Anarumo, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, look, the Colts defense, I really don't think I don't think their defense is the reason why that they started tanking, but I think it definitely didn't help. I mean, it was weird though, because like a couple weeks ago they held the Seahawks to only field goals. Like field goals were the same team that just beat the Los Angeles Rams by putting almost 40 on their heads, got held to only field goals against the Colts. And the Colts still lost. But then the next week on Monday night, they played against the 49ers. And the Colts offense scored almost 30 points, and yet they still lost by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. Another good example of this is, as Jeff says, the Broncos kind of suck. The Broncos are arguably one of the worst teams in the NFL right now. And they're 13-3. It's stupid. That's stupid, man. Like they came within an inch of their lives of losing to the Giants. The Texans, back when the Texans were still apparently crap, beat the Raiders 10-7. I mean, they got creamed by the Jaguars, a real football team. But other than that, they haven't really lost a game since they started 1-2 this year. But none of these wins are convincing, man. Except they beating the Bengals was pretty convincing. But I mean,
wait, they blew out the Saints in the preseason.
Well, first of all, they didn't blow out. It was 28-19. I wouldn't call that a blowout.
They were blowout for most of that.
It was okay. It wasn't a blowout, but
it felt like a blowout.
But that's what I'm saying. The Broncos blew out the 49ers in the preseason. And I think that was week 1. And that's the only game that they really won. And that and the Bengals game, the only games they've won all year. Okay, the Cowboys game, they beat them 44-24. But I mean, I'm talking about a handful of games right now, one of which was in preseason that were convincing wins by the Broncos. Yeah, it's just like true. I have no idea what's going to happen when the playoffs hit because nobody's any good. It's probably going to be whichever team's the hottest, which right now kind of feels like the Texans. Like,
yeah,
if the Texans win the Super Bowl this year, I'm canceling the NFL.
You don't have that right, buddy.
Well, too bad. I'm going to start a boycott.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can do that, but the NFL's still going to go on.
Okay. Yeah. Unbelievable. We should also do predictions, probably. We'll do predictions. We'll do predictions first.
Okay. Are we also doing power rankings today or no?
Did you send me power rankings? I think you did.
I did, like early in the week.
Oh, well, that might have been why I missed it then.
I did like on Tuesday or something. Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah, so maybe we'll hold off on the
run,
mock draft then.
I mean, you know.
I think we'll hold off on the mock draft since I think we threw that on top of the episode. We wouldn't really have. We'll do the mock draft like after the at the very least after the regular season ends.
Okay.
Let's see. On Monday, 5 days ago, you sent me the.
Or something like that.
Damn. I guess that would kind of make sense because we usually do the episode on Thursday, so I guess that kind of makes sense.
Sleeping is overrated.
Not for me.
Who needs sleep when you can send power rankings at 12 o'clock in the morning?
No, it was at 11:44.
It was something like that.
I think for you it was probably I think for you it was like 10:44.
Yeah.
Because for me it was 11:44.
Look, even a broken clock's right twice a day, so time is just numbers.
Wait, what? Broken clock's right twice a day, so was that just one of the many times that aren't part of your twice a day? Because you were wrong.
Okay.
What an odd thing to say.
I think you're an odd thing to say.
Well, at least I'm not a Saints fan. Got him.
At least we have a future. Got him.
Wait, what? We have a future? What are you talking about? I
don't know about y'all, though.
We got... what? We're like, I mean, other than... Okay. Other than, like, you know, Joe Burrow getting hurt again, I'd say we've got a better future than you guys. Like, I mean, Tyler Shuck looks good, but we've still got Joe Burrow, man. Like, and we got Jamar.
We got Joe Burrow all last season. Look what happened.
Yeah, last season was weird, but we got rid of Lou Anarumo. See, that's why the future is bright.
And the defense is still bad.
Well, yeah, but the guys developed. Like that's my point. Like I feel like I have as much reason to be optimistic about our defense that you have to be optimistic about your team winning a Super Bowl.
I never said the Super Bowl was coming right away.
Well, okay, then no, because I do believe that the Bengals can get back to a Super Bowl if they at least fix
God,
it.
No. God, no. No.
Well, you're just full of shit then. Like, I mean, did you hear what I said? I said if the Bengals. Okay, I said if the Bengals fix the defense.
But what if you don't fix the defense?
But it already appears to be in the process of being fixed.
You see, Tyler James Shuck already fixed all of my personal problems. So therefore, he is the king of New Orleans.
But you guys aren't gonna.
And plus, bro, hey, we might. I mean, look, the Saints. Look, the NFC South, man. Man, if the Saints, honestly, I won't be shocked if we win this division next season or the year after that. Because, man, look at this division, man.
What if next year's Super Bowl is Bengals Saints? That would just be the stupidest outcome.
Man, if the Bengals play the Saints in the Super Bowl, bro, we might as well just all get together. It's like, man, like that was like, man, we'll just like for the 2 weeks leading up into the game, we'll just be fighting each other, man. No, you give us that Lombardi.
So Jeff said, any update on the 2 Kansas City ACLs? What's the other one? I know Patrick Mahomes.
Gardner Minshew.
Oh. I mean, what do you mean? Any update? Like, I don't know. Patrick Mahomes is out for the year, Jeff. There's your update.
Minshew is too.
Minshew's out. They're both out for the year. What more of an update do you want? Like,
they might be out majority of next year.
They're expected to live.
No, duh.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what update do you want from me? They're hurt. No clear-cut team to be Super Bowl champions. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jim. Like, everybody kind of sucks this year. Like, even I would say, like, if the Vikings hadn't been so bad to have clearly missed the playoffs this year, even the Vikings, I feel like, could, like, fuck around and win a Super Bowl this year. If the Bengals defense hadn't been such garbage, they could have done it this year.
The NFL is so bad this season that Tyler Shuck and the Saints are probably the hottest team in the league right now, or at least top 5 hottest team in the league right now.
I mean, as much as I was just laughing about them necessarily having a brighter future than the Bengals, at the moment I don't necessarily disagree. Like the Saints lately are like one of the only teams that can really kind of consistently have a smile on their faces, unless you're root for tanking. Then your fans are not happy about that. But
some fans are root for tanking, and I think I said it perfectly. Like, look, the Saints the Saints, we knew going into the year it was a rebuild year. I mean, you have my dumbass sitting up here saying we're going to win 10 games this season, but like the Saints, Saints
you
fans,
did say that.
Yeah, Saints fans with a brain and a pulse knew what the season was going to be. Not including me, but look, the Saints entering this rebuild stage, we already found the most difficult part of it all. We found our franchise quarterback, and we didn't even have to suck last year to do it because a lot of teams had to get the number 1 pick or the number 5 pick to get their quarterback. We stumbled on him at number 40, so it's like we already did the struggle.
Okay. Listen. The Saints have a decent future. You guys got a good coach, and you guys apparently have a pretty good quarterback. But I look, we were talking about this before the show started. Tyler Shuck is currently number 2 on the list of Vegas odds to win the offensive rookie of the year. But that's partly because the offensive rookies of the year have just been offensive rookies this year have just been there's been nothing. Like $10 million going to run away with it
to get this award.
Okay, but so Tyler Shuck's been good, but Tyler Shuck has been good compared to what you've been watching. Like Tyler Shuck hasn't been lighting it up like absolute crazy. Like he's been good, but he hasn't. But he's been good, but he hasn't been like Patrick Mahomes. So using him. No, he hasn't.
How much yards did Mahomes throw for last week?
No, okay. He's been better than Patrick Mahomes this year. I'm not talking. That's not what I mean when I'm saying he hasn't. I meant he hasn't been No, that's how you're interpreting it. What I meant was when we talk about a guy coming in making a big impact right away, and even then he didn't start right away. But I'm talking about Patrick Mahomes' impact I'm talking about Patrick Mahomes' impact when he first got to Kansas City. Tyler Shuck doesn't when he first started for Kansas City. That's not what Tyler Shuck's doing.
Look at Tyler Shuck's look Look at Tyler Shuck's offense and look at Mahomes' offense when he got to Kansas City. Mahomes got in there. Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, what's his name? Kareem Hunt. What wasn't
okay, well,
there?
No. Tyreek Hill was not there.
Yes, he was. Tyreek Hill got drafted there in like 2013.
Oh, wait. Never mind. I'm thinking, who am I thinking of? I'm thinking of somebody else. You're right about Tyreek Hill. But Travis Kelce wasn't like Travis Kelce until Mahomes got there. Like Travis Kelce was
on pace to break Gronk's records.
No.
I mean, he was still Mahomes might have made him
better
than what he actually was.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't. Nobody was talking about Travis Kelce as one of the better tight ends in the NFL at the time.
I mean, yeah, but okay. Look, I'm not look, but everybody I think could have agreed that Kelce was still a pretty good tight end before Mahomes got there. When
he was a starter. Was he a starter? I don't even remember. But I do remember that Travis Kelce kind of came out of nowhere when Patrick Mahomes showed up. Prior to that, Travis Kelce was like, he was a height, but he wasn't really anything special. A big you are not going to convince anybody that Patrick Mahomes didn't change the narrative when he first got to Kansas City. Like they were kind of competitive, sort of, with Alex Smith, but not really that much. Like, I mean, they were like, Alex Smith was running an efficient offense, but I mean, that was partially just because the whole team was generally well composed. But like Patrick Mahomes came in.
Travis Kelce had 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns the year before Mahomes started. He had 1,100 yards and 4 touchdowns the year before 2017. Travis Kelce, in his rookie year, he had 875 yards. Then he had 1,100, and then 1,000, and then that's when Mahomes came in. So, I mean, maybe he wasn't like the best tight end by numbers, but he was a pretty dang good tight end. I don't even know if there's a tight end this season with 1,000 yards. So, like him coming with 1,100 yards and then 1,000 yards, got 4 touchdowns and 8 touchdowns, and then Mahomes started in 2018, and then Kelce just started being consistently great. Like, Kelce was pretty good before Mahomes started. Numbers don't lie.
Yeah, okay. Tyreek Hill, to be fair, he made the Pro Bowl.
Exactly.
But I mean, he also like for example, in 2016, he only had like 500, 600 receiving yards.
In 2017, he had 1,107 touchdowns before Mahomes started.
Yeah, so he had some weapons to throw to, but I mean, like, don't laugh at me, but technically you have Chris Olave.
Okay, Chris Olave is good. Chris Olave is good. I'll give you that. Chris Olave is good. But who's better? Like, okay, let's look at number 2 options. Do you know, like, who was the Chiefs' number 2 option? What?
Are you really sitting here trying to make the argument that Patrick Mahomes was not as impactful to the Kansas City Chiefs when he first got the start than Tyler Shuck is being?
That's not what I'm saying.
That's exactly what you're saying.
That might be what you're interpreting, but that's not what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying for the blueprint. The Chiefs, when Mahomes got there, they built a foundation. They built a culture so Mahomes wouldn't have to struggle and Mahomes would already be impactful. I'm not saying Mahomes is not impactful. Yeah, like he had great weapons, but I'm pretty sure you could put Bryce Young on those Chiefs, and they may not be as good, but they'll still be a pretty solid team. Like the Chiefs had Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Kareem Hunt. Like the Chiefs were building something before Mahomes got there. But then if you look at Tyler Shuck, I would argue he is more impactful with the guys that he's around, with Chris Olave, Devon Bell. His number 1 running back is Audric freaking Estime right now. Like, his tight end is Juwan Johnson. Who was a Juwan Johnson compared to a prime Travis Kelce? Who was a Chris Olave compared to a prime Tyreek Hill? Devon Bell was his number 1 receiver for a couple weeks. Who was Devon Bell to Tyreek Hill? That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, Mahomes was impactful day 1, but would he have been that impactful if you gave him the Saints receivers? instead of the Chiefs receivers? Like, who would? Like, I think if rookie Tyler Shuck would have won on the Chiefs back then, they probably could have had the same amount of Super Bowls, same amount of everything. Like, Tyler Shuck would have been going bonkers. So yes, like, Mahomes was impactful and was probably more impactful. Obviously, making AFC Championship games and Super Bowls, that's better than what the Saints are doing right now. But if you look at the situation and the foundation and the culture, Tyler Shuck is dealing with a lot more than Mahomes had to.
Okay, so let's see.
So that is what I'm saying.
So we got Tyler Shuck. His first legit game, obviously, he played a little bit against the Seahawks, but not he only threw 2 passes. But his first major game came in against Tampa. Let's just be honest, looked like garbage. Next game, 176 yards, touchdown, and an interception. Played well against the Panthers, give him that. Played poorly against the Falcons. Came in, played well against the Dolphins. I wouldn't say that he was great, but he played okay. Played poorly against the Buccaneers, and the Saints won, but he played poorly.
Poorly?
Yeah, he threw one. He threw 100. He passed for 144 yards. Didn't throw a touchdown and threw a pick.
And he ran for 2 touchdowns.
He ran for 2 touchdowns. That's not the point.
Yeah, that is literally the point.
As a passer, he didn't do shit in that game.
So are you saying Lamar Jackson is never impactful with the Ravens when he started?
Lamar Jackson, I got a lot to say about Lamar Jackson.
Are you saying Michael Vick with Atlanta was unimpactful as a motherfucker?
Michael Vick was a good passer.
Keep telling yourself that.
What? Keep telling yourself that's always been my criticism of Lamar Jackson is like people was like, oh, Michael Vick this, Michael Vick that. Well, Michael Vick was a good passer. He was better. He was way better as a runner.
Like Tyler Shuck, did you see one of those touchdown runs? Poorly, but yet he almost got sacked twice and still scored.
That was a good play. Just because he had some good plays doesn't mean he's the second coming of Josh Allen. Since you're denying you ever compared him to Patrick Mahomes.
You might. That's not what I did.
That is what you did.
No, that's not. Kyle, you might call me crazy. I see many Josh Allen when I see Tyler Shuck.
Okay, so you are indeed crazy.
I mean, when Josh Allen started in Buffalo, everybody was already trying to call this man a bust, and then he breaks out because the Bills built around him.
Anyway, moving on. What were we talking about?
Hey,
we were on a completely different subject.
I'm sorry that I'm 100% right, and you just can't admit the fact that you're wrong. I'm sorry.
Okay, we were on a different subject, though. What were we talking about?
I don't know. You started talking about Tyler Shuck was trash. And
I didn't say Tyler Shuck was trash. I said I said Tyler Shuck. I don't even remember what exactly I said, but one thing, the most negative thing I said about Tyler Shuck was him being the number 2 in the rankings for Offensive Rookie of the Year is an indication of how light the field is for Offensive Rookie of the Year this year. But part of the reason I said that is Tyler Shuck has only played like half the season.
Well, okay, so if you didn't say Shuck was trash, then I did not try to compare him to Mahomes.
First of all, I did not. I go back and watch what was said. I never said Tyler Shuck was trash. I said he was not as good as Mahomes. And when I said that, you took issue. That's about as close to because basically I was just running through what I was talking about. I was saying that as basically a matter of fact statement. I wasn't saying it to talk trash about him. And you took that as some gigantic insult and you had to go on this whole thing. No, and so that clearly indicates to me that you think he's better than Patrick Mahomes.
That is not what I said. I was even defending your take.
In fact, you weren't. You were even saying because you initially thought I was, I guess, for some reason comparing him to Patrick Mahomes this season, which is not what I said at all. But you were trying to use that as your argument initially. I don't think you thought I was saying that. I think you were just trying to say that to make a point about Tyler Shuck. And it's like, I never said Patrick Mahomes this season. I was talking about Patrick Mahomes' impact when he first got there. And look, I'm not saying Tyler Shuck hasn't been good this year, but he's been Andy Dalton. Okay? Andy Dalton was really good in his rookie year for the Bengals.
Did Andy Dalton have weapons his rookie year?
He had a weapon. He had AJ Green, but that's literally it.
Who was better, AJ Green or Chris Olave?
Well, AJ Green, but again, that was his only guy. Like the Bengals the fact the Bengals even made the playoffs in 2011 was a miracle. We went into that season every single, just like the Saints, every single legitimate power ranker out there had us at number 32 going into the season. The difference is Andy Dalton led us to a playoff berth. But also Andy Dalton was starting at the beginning of the season, so it's, maybe not fair to say, that Andy Dalton was clearly better. But Andy Dalton also finished number 2 in the voting for Offensive Rookie of the Year.
But there's a difference. Tyler Shuck is going to win it this year.
I don't think so.
All Tyler Shuck has to do, he has to dominate Tennessee and dominate Atlanta. And if the Seahawks defense, I repeat, the Seahawks defense holds McMillan to like 20 or 30 yards, the award's his. The award is Shuck's.
So when you get swept by Atlanta, how's that going to work into it?
If we get swept by Atlanta, I'm going to kick your... Okay.
I'm not like rooting for it.
If we get swept by Atlanta, there's not going to be no more Who Dey versus Who That podcast. Because I'm going to be in jail.
Okay. Bengals won't be in the AFC Championship game for years with Burrow wanting to leave. Jim, Burrow does not want to leave. Are you... What? Have you paid any attention to what he's said at all? Burrow never said he wants to leave. In fact, people asked him about it, and he's like, no, that's not what I said. I don't want to leave. It's like, go talk about Lamar Jackson. Sounds like Lamar Jackson might want to leave, but Joe Burrow has never said anything other than refuting people saying that he wants to leave. I would buy you guys nosebleed seats if both your teams were in the Super Bowl. Even nosebleed seats are like $10,000. That's like, I mean, if you did that, that would be amazing. But no, you won't. You're not gonna.
Yeah. And plus, I'm not. I don't know where the Super Bowl's at next year, but I'm not traveling, bro. That's one thing I'm not doing. I love the Saints, but I don't love them that much.
Who's 36 on the Packers?
I don't know. Is that like Keyshawn Nixon or someone? I don't
know. I don't know. Kamal Hayden?
Him, yeah, sure. I totally knew that.
I don't know who that is. Yeah, Kamal Hadden. He's a first-year cornerback from, second-year cornerback from Tennessee, I guess, apparently. I've never heard of him, but according to Stranger, he's going off on the cart, so that's unfortunate for Kamal Hayden. And it's particularly, I don't even know who that is. I don't even know if he's any good or not. But I can tell you that the Packers are falling apart before our eyes.
Bro, we actually got to talk about this, though. If the Bengals and the Saints miraculously both play in the Super Bowl at any point while we're still doing the show, what would we do?
Well, I think I'd have to come to New Orleans and we'd have to do an in-person live show at the very least.
I know the Bengals play the Saints next season, so that should be great.
Considering this isn't going to happen anytime soon, you'll probably at least be 18, I would imagine, by the time that happens. So, I would probably, at the very least, get us, get us a way to be maybe not maybe not Super Bowl tickets, but I would like I would find a way for us to like be able to like set up at like this like the Super Bowl city, and then we could do like some sort of like like reporting, not reporting, but you know how like the podcasters like they go out there during Super Bowl week and they have like the whole show where they're like, oh, we're live from Los Angeles or whatever.
Yeah, I
yeah,
know.
we'd probably do something like that if the Bengals and Saints were in the Super Bowl. Maybe not like if that happens next year, because I don't think you'd be able to do that if you're under 18. But considering under the super unlikely scenario that it would ever happen, but it'd be even less likely that it's going to happen next year. So probably wouldn't run into that issue.
Well, I know there was this one guy who like made an NFC South Super Bowl pattern where it's like one team loses the Super Bowl and then like it's like every 3 to 5 years and the other NFC South teams in the Super Bowl, and it's like I think win and then 2 teams in the Super Bowl straight back-to-back years lose. There's Atlanta. They made it in what was it? I don't know. They made it one year. Like the Saints won in 2009, and then 5 years later, Carolina was in it. And then Atlanta was in the back-to-back years. They lost, and then Tampa Bay. So, like, and then that all got the Saints to the Super Bowl win in 2028. So maybe 2028 is the year, you know?
Well, that wouldn't make any sense because, like, didn't the Buccaneers go twice?
Yeah, in 2002.
So that wouldn't. No. I mean, didn't they go twice with Tom Brady?
No.
Didn't they like win once and then lose once with Tom Brady?
No, they won one and never made it back.
Oh, okay, never mind then. Yeah, you might be right then. I guess the logically the next one would be the Saints then.
Yeah, because it's going full circle. It was Atlanta. Then I forgot how the pattern went, but I know it ended with the Saints winning 2028, and I think the Saints ended up making it again according to the pattern. But I think we actually maybe won another Super Bowl, then lost one. I don't know how he did the thing. I just know it ended with the Saints winning the Super Bowl in 2028, and I think they won another one like 10 years or 20 years later. So.
Okay. I know. Okay, I know we sometimes rip on Jim for saying things that make no sense, but I want to bring up this comment real quick. Thought the Packers would win at home, but it's not over, and they miss Jordan Haight. Okay, so Packers got a touchdown, so it's actually 27-24 now.
Yay!
Boo! I'm just rooting for my score prediction, and also I want the Steelers to miss the playoffs. If the Ravens lose today, I think the Steelers clinch the division.
By the way, I don't think we said this, but I had the Texans winning, and Kyle did. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I had the Packers winning.
Didn't mention that with the predictions, I suppose. But yeah, I had the Chargers winning, and the Ravens winning, and was there another one? Is that it?
No, only 2.
I think it was it. Okay, yeah. So it was looking like I was gonna go 1-1, but we also all know about like the Ravens and their choking and how that goes.
Something about these bird teams. I'm telling you, the bird teams are cursed.
Yeah, well, it'd be. I was gonna say, wouldn't it suck if the Falcons were the team to make the Super Bowl in 2028 and actually won?
I mean, no. I mean, even if they do win a Super Bowl, they still ain't gonna have more Super Bowl rings than the Saints, and that's really all I care about this point.
So you're okay with them winning a Super Bowl, even like?
No, I never said that.
No, that's what you said.
No, that's not, as long as.
So Mikey's rooting for the Falcons in the upcoming Super Bowl.
And you're rooting for the Steelers to make 10 more Super Bowls.
You know what? You've already trodden down that path. So you know I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it because you already started it with the Steelers shit. So you just get what's coming to you.
I guess that's fair.
So anyway, Jeff says, "Rest in peace, Alex Smith's leg." I think you might have said that earlier too. But yeah, that was a rough way to go for Alex Smith. But that also happened in Washington, not in Kansas City, which is what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, Jeff said, "I'm just rooting for a wild card loss." Look, I'm just rooting to make the playoffs. I don't care if next season we make the playoffs and lose by 89 points in the wild card round. Yeah, it's gonna suck in the moment, but as long as the Saints have some dignity and make the dang playoffs, that's all. Look, we can get to the Super Bowl later. I just want to see if my team can win some games first.
Interestingly enough, Mikey, that is also how I felt in 2011 when our rookie second round quarterback took us to the playoffs. And then came in second for offensive rookie of the year voting.
Here we go with Jim. Bounty Gate. Yeah, okay, buddy. I think you're just a little butthurt, first of all. And second of all, I think, and like you said, the Saints never been to Super Bowl. You're just lying to yourself at that point just to make you feel better. So, like, you can like it or not. Like, if we're like,
Jim, are you drunk?
Who?
I think Jim. Is Jim drunk? Like,
yeah.
Saints never been to the Super Bowl. Just because they cheated with Bounty Gate doesn't mean they didn't go to the Super Bowl.
Like, that's literally a lie. Like, you're just lying to yourself to make you feel better. Like, okay, Vikings and Cardinals fans, okay, we didn't win it, but Super Bowl 44 is an asterisk. Just like 50 other Super Bowls, buddy. What, so are we just going to eliminate the Patriots Super Bowl wins from the Deflategate? Are we going to eliminate the Steelers with whatever they were doing? Are we going to take away the Cowboys Super Bowl rings for something that they might have done? Like, what? So what? Like just because your team ain't got no ring don't mean that, you got to crap on us for look, I'm not defending Bounty Gate. Bounty Gate was wrong, and, we got dealt with for that, but, just to say that we've never been to the Super Bowl, you're just lying to yourself at that point.
Well, I'm gonna actually disagree with him. I think it's as a fan of a team that does not have any Super Bowl wins, I think it's very fun to crap on other teams for the Super Bowl rings that they won.
Well, then you're just coping at that point.
Exactly. but I admit it.
Yeah, I mean, look, I understand. So, look, I mean, hey, I still rip on the Rams, I still rip on them for the no call. Like, I understand. Look, teams cheat, and you get mad at the team, or you get mad at the fan base and the team for cheating. But, I still admit the Rams went to the Super Bowl that year. Like, the Rams went to the Super Bowl that year, and I can't change that, even though it should have went to the Saints. The Rams went to the Super Bowl that year. But I'm not just going to say, oh, yep, the Saints have 2 rings now because of the no call. I'm not just going to sit up here and say that. The Rams cheated, and in the result of their cheating, they made the Super Bowl. Like, I'm not just going to say, well, the Rams, I mean, they didn't even make it to the Super Bowl that year because no call. Like, that, you see how stupid that's just going to sound? Like, come on, man. Like,
let's see. So,
Chiefs, even though the referees helped them with most of their rings, they still got the rings at the end of the day to show for it. Can't just eliminate rings just because you don't like it, whether you like it or not.
You ready to get to predictions?
Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead.
Okay. So we're gonna start out with the Jaguars hosting the Colts. Now, this could have been a very interesting game. It is now not as much of an interesting game because the Colts have just completely collapsed because somebody doesn't have the ability to put a halfway decent defense together just because the rest of the team is having some issues.
I thought we were talking about the Colts, not Al Golden and the Bengals.
No, we're talking about the guy who caused the Bengals to have the defense that we have this year.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, who's going to win this game?
I think it's probably – I mean, I could see the Colts messing around and winning this game, but I'm going Jaguars for this one.
I'm going to take the Jaguars. Like, I would be more willing to see this as like a random upset if it was week 18, but week 17, I don't quite see that happening.
Like, the Jaguars, they got more to play for. Like, they're still trying to clinch this division. And the Colts, they're just here for the ride.
All right. Steelers, Browns.
Yeah, I'm going Steelers.
I'm going Browns.
Brownie Mounds.
Why? Because the Browns are weird and they do that. They do this a lot. There's been some momentum building with Shedeur. I'm not saying he's gonna be the next big thing, but it does feel like that he's ready to go off on the next thing. The Steelers are kind of flailing right now. We'll see how it affects them long term, but I mean, especially if the Ravens end up blowing this game against the Packers, then the Steelers don't really have very much to fight for anyway. So I wouldn't be surprised if Aaron Rodgers is already sitting, and then I really think the Browns will win at that point.
Yeah, I mean,
I think for me right now, especially not knowing what the matchup is going to mean, I think the highest likelihood is that the Browns win this game.
Good for you.
What we got next?
I don't know. That's your choice.
I don't even know what to do with you sometimes.
Who, Jim or me?
You're unbelievable.
What I do?
And you're fucking bullshit. Never.
What did I do? I mean, hey, you're the one that hired me. So
I don't pay you.
You pay me with your time.
Okay.
Because I remember the day Saints were playing the Browns. We were streaming. My boy Jerry accidentally banned you. You came back with a different account, and then you say, "Hey, can you be on my podcast?" I was like, "Okay, sure." Just
Jeff makes a good point. The Saints do indeed. I will eat crow on this one because I was saying that making fun of you for saying that Tyler Shuck is better than Patrick Mahomes. But,
I never said that. God, more.
But it is true that the Saints do have more NFC championships than Kansas City.
Yep.
That is a fact.
They even have more NFC championships and more Super Bowls than the Bengals.
So anyway, the next thing, if it is Bengals Saints in the Super Bowl, that'd be pretty crazy. Radio Row. That's what it is. Yeah, I'd find a way to get us on Radio Row if it was Bengals Saints.
I am actively rooting for that. For the Bengals and Super Bowl. I mean, I would root for that regardless because I ain't gonna lie. And I told you this before. If I wasn't a Saints fan, I probably wouldn't be a fan of anybody. But when the Saints aren't playing, how the Bengals doing?
Yeah,
that's
I can't say other than on your behalf, I've ever felt the same way about the Saints. I kind of root for them. I kind of root for them sometimes.
Used to be a Saint or an LSU player. So.
Yeah, I understand why you are that way with the Bengals. What I'm saying is, from my perspective, you're like the only reason I would ever root for the Saints. Other than that, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, because like Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, both from LSU, Trey Hendrickson, even though he might not be on the team for that much longer, but he was a Saint. Who else? Sheldon Rankins was on your team at one point.
Okay. Sheldon Rankins is not a good reason.
I mean, he was good for us. So,
he was garbage for us. He was such hot garbage for us. It wasn't it's like the man just didn't even fucking bother. Like, I've never seen a sorrier fucking, don't give a shit type of effort from anybody I've ever seen in my life. It was like what was the name of that guy? I forget his name. That guy who used to he built up back when they were still the Redskins, but he made it was like a defensive tackle for the Redskins, and he had a really good rookie contract with them, and he signed this huge deal with the Patriots, and then he just completely gave up.
Albert Hainsworth?
Yeah, that's what Sheldon Rankins reminded me of. He reminded me of Albert Hainsworth.
No, well,
he was garbage. He never fucking did a goddamn thing. He was always hurt. He was always miraculously hurt.
I mean, Geno Stone was or not Geno Stone. Was
Geno Stone's garbage, but at least Geno Stone tries.
Von Bell, he was another one. Or the Bengals had for a little bit. Eli Apple, he was probably the one guy that I actually rooted against when he left the Saints. But I don't know how I feel about that.
Von Bell at the time was by far and away my favorite team on the back, or my favorite player on the Bengals. And when we brought him back, I was so excited. And then he was bad. But I still love Von Bell. If for nothing else than that hit that he laid out on Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yeah, he did do that.
Yeah. All right. So moving on. Anyway, we got the Buccaneers going to Miami to play the Dolphins.
Well, you see, I cut Buccaneers.
That was awful quick for two teams that have very similar records.
Yeah. Well, you see, the Dolphins, the Buccaneers may be some trash, but the Dolphins are hot dookie butter, and I think Quinn Ewers is not that guy, pal, and I think Baker Mayfield is gonna be pissed off.
I think the Dolphins are a pretty good team, I'm just saying, like, any team that could beat them by a lot of points, they've got to be a pretty good team that's probably going to win the Super Bowl next year. That's all I'm saying.
29-6. Oh, and another thing. I know this is completely off topic, but another thing. Did you see that the Saints ran up the score on the Jets, and Kellen Moore, in fact, did not apologize for it?
Yeah, but Dennis Allen still apologized to the Falcons.
But Kellen Moore didn't, and and that's my coach, Dennis Allen. I don't care. He can get his house egged for all I care. But
Mikey, I'm just saying, you just feel a certain type of way when there's a team that just doesn't seem to appreciate you no matter what you do.
Are you just saying that because that's what he said?
Yes.
Man, the good Lord got a plan. Man, just because the Saints didn't man, who would appreciate you? Man, bro, you literally made me question why I was a Saints fan for 3 years. I'm like, why did I do this to myself? I could be doing so many other things. I could go, I could go apple picking. I could go to the grocery store. I could go hanging.
You could go Mr. Apple picking.
Disgusting. I don't even eat apples.
That's Mr. Apple to you, Mikey.
No, it's not.
Per Jeff.
Eli, trash can, a bada-booty apple.
Eli Apple is the GOAT of bad cornerbacks.
I hope his house gets egged tomorrow night.
Okay. Yeah. I did say Green Bay was falling apart, and but hey, the Ravens got another touchdown. So
well, tell them not to do that.
I won't. I want them to win because the Steelers are going to lose to the Browns, and then the Ravens and the Steelers are going to play for the AFC North in Week 18, and then the Ravens are going to win. And they're going to do it all without Lamar Jackson, and then Lamar Jackson's relationship with the Ravens will be even more broken, so that he will leave in the offseason. And he won't hurt us anymore.
Next prediction.
I'm going to catch up with these comments real quick. Scoreboard, yeah. Yeah, we already talked about Jem's comment earlier. Vikings and Cardinals. What does the Cardinals have to do anything?
Because that's the other team that was weighing about Bountygate.
Well, then don't target them.
No, he was saying that Cardinals fans agreed with Vikings fans.
Yeah, I'm saying, but you're saying they're wang. But you also just said earlier, you're like, yeah, it was bad and we shouldn't have done that. So you gotta pick a lane here. Dude. Like, are they wang or do they have legitimate gripes?
Look, they do have, but I mean, it's just like us. We were weighing about the no call, but it was a terrible call. No call, I guess. Like, we were weighing about it for a good reason, just like the Cardinals and the Vikings. They were both weighing for a good reason. But that don't mean I gotta, care.
It's not typically the way that people say that, though, when they, when they agree.
Well, I'm not typical people.
Okay. Ain't suck and will be so okay, and will ain't suck and will the next 2 years in that shitty division. Jem, I really think you're drunk. Are you drunk?
Oh, absolutely.
Scoreboard fourth quarter in 34-24. Yeah, neither of us are watching this game, Stranger. I just have the scoreboard up because I think it like gives a nice aesthetic. But I'm not actually really keeping up with it because it's on Peacock.
Peacock.
And it's stupid. Are you guys excited about the Gary Bears? Are the Bears moving to Gary?
The who?
The Bears.
Where's Gary?
In Indiana. I think he's speculating because I don't see. I guess 7 days ago, the news dropped that the Bears are considering Northwest Indiana as a future home, which would be crazy because, like, what do you mean Northwest Indiana? Like, is this going to be like a Chiefs type of situation where they like leave the city, but they're still basically the Chicago team? Or in Chiefs' case, they're still basically the Kansas City team. Actually, the Chiefs, I don't know if we mentioned this on the last episode of the podcast, but the Chiefs have officially announced they are leaving Kansas City.
Missouri.
For Kansas City. They're leaving Kansas City for the other Kansas City, which is like literally almost connected to like I think literally they share a border. And one's in Kansas and one's in Missouri, and the Chiefs are moving to the Kansas one, which I can speak from experience because I've been to both, and the Kansas one is far less interesting. The only interesting thing is going to be the Chiefs there. There's literally nothing else. I think I went there, and like the most interesting thing that I found to do was go to a gas station. There's nothing. Oh wait, no. I went there because I was looking for a good barbecue restaurant, but that place I did fail because I went to Kansas City, Kansas, and the barbecue restaurant I was looking for had permanently closed. So we did end up finding a pretty good restaurant called it's like Arthur something or other. It was really good. I'll give them that. Kansas City barbecue is not my favorite regional style of barbecue, but I will say the restaurant we went to was pretty good.
As long as we all agree,
and I got to see Iron Maiden live. That was really fun.
As long as we all agree, Arthur Smith is indeed a watermelon cheeseburger.
Yeah, I don't like Arthur Smith.
Okay, good. You shouldn't. It should be illegal. If you like Arthur Smith, you should be detained by the police.
Gary Bears sounds like the gummies that I don't want to try. I agree with that. Gary Bears sounds like a situation.
It do sound like it.
How's Tom Grassi feeling about this game?
Nervous.
Yeah, a great game. Take a tour, and there it is.
He probably peed for the D at least 4 times. And I ain't talking in the bathroom.
He just sounds defeated. I'm just listening to a couple of things from him. He's like, he's got that very like low, exhausted tone of voice, like, come on, man. I was listening to him earlier, and like the second I showed up, he just sounded like he was fucking done. Like,
yeah, I know. You had it in the background when you were saying that.
Well, that was I'd already had it up for like 30 minutes before that though, and he like I'm saying, the second I got in there, he sounded like he was already done with this game because I think like the play after, like I got on a stream. I think the very next play was them having their second fumble of the game. So yeah, I mean I can imagine why he was already done, but like I mean he just. From what I've heard him talk in this game, it sounded like he's been done with this game from basically the minute that they snapped.
Well, yeah, I mean the center snapped the ball to Malik Willis's head, and that led to the fumble.
I mean, honestly, it's basically a preseason game for the Packers when you think about it, right? Like, I mean, there's nothing.
Oh,
I mean, I guess kind. Did he? Damn.
Yeah. So now there's 2 quarterbacks for Packers that are officially out.
I mean, you might as well just. kind of pack it in at this point, right? Because I mean, like, you're kind of fighting for seeding with the wild card, but like, are you really? Because like, I mean, I think it's pretty clear at this point that the Packers are going to be the 7th seed, and there's like, I mean, you can't win the division. You've already clinched a playoff spot because the refs hate the Lions,
and it was just right short of 2. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Tip pick Ratbirds ball. Go Ratbirds!
Yeah, Ben was just intercepted.
Go Ratbirds and go Clowns.
You're rooting for injuries, aren't you?
I'm not rooting. No. I think when was it Rashee Rice? Was he the one who
got in the car crash?
Yeah, the hit and run car crash and like the person died.
The person didn't die, but
it was like severe injury. Maybe it wasn't Rashee Rice then. I feel like there was somebody who like hit and run and the person died. Or maybe it was What?
I know Henry Ruggs done killed a person while he was driving.
Yeah, but he didn't come back though. Maybe I'm conflating the two. Or wait, no.
Are you talking about Jordan Addison?
No, I'm not talking about Jordan Addison.
I don't even think he died.
Maybe I am thinking Henry, but Henry Ruggs didn't come back to the NFL after that, did he?
I mean, he's talking about coming back.
That's not. Well, I'm saying after that incident, he did not play another snap in the NFL, right?
No.
Yeah. So.
But dude didn't die from Rashee Rice.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe somebody just got maybe somebody got badly injured, and I'm just conflating the Henry Ruggs thing. But either way, I did kind of root for Rashee Rice to get injured after that because like he kind of deserved it at that point.
I mean, I still did not root for. I mean, I understand, karma is a bit, but I still didn't root because, I'm a guy where I'm like, I don't care if he done. I mean, obviously, I care. You shouldn't be doing that, but people make mistakes, and some mistakes are not good mistakes. But I wasn't
that's not a mistake. That's the arrogance of thinking that you deserve to get away with something like that.
Yeah, but look,
probably because you're a big famous football player, I guess. I never rooted. A lot of people rooted for Deshaun Watson to get injured. I never did because he never technically got convicted of anything. So I mean, I don't know what happened. It's a lot of accusations. It's a lot of accusations for you to have not done anything, but he never got convicted. So I never really felt right rooting for him to get injured. But if he did do that stuff, then he deserves to have his fucking dick broken off.
Well, look, I just don't root for injuries, period. I don't care if they are a bad person or not. I just don't root for injuries, personally.
I did.
I root for suspensions. I root for guys to get suspended, but I don't root for guys to get injured.
When I was first of all, very different person. But when I was 15, 14, 15, I did root for some Steelers players to get injured.
I rooted. I'm not gonna lie. When I was
Ben Roethlisberger and Kimo Van Olhoffen, but Ben Roethlisberger, to be fair, did have at least the rape accusations, and Kimo Van Olhoffen targeted Carson Palmer intentionally so that the Steelers had a chance of winning that ball game.
I'm not gonna lie. In 2020, I don't know. I was young and dumb, and when I say I was young, it was maybe 3 years ago. But I would actively root. Well, no, it was not 3 years ago. It was maybe 5. No, I think it was actually 5 years ago. I don't know. I was young. I was around the age of 10. But I was rooting for Tom Brady to get injured so bad, just to because I was young and I did that.
But that's what we're saying because when you're a kid, you think stupid things. I thought it was funny when the Browns moved to Baltimore and became the Ravens. Why? Because I was a petty 5-year-old.
Yeah,
I don't agree with that now.
But I was because it was weird. Cause, I remember it was Christian McCaffrey played against the Saints. Next week he gets hurt, and then Daniel Jones played against the Saints. Next week he got hurt. So I was man, why couldn't y'all get hurt before? Well, during the Saints game or before the Saints game? I was that young, man.
All right, Patriots Jets. What you got?
Oh, 2 things. Well, I got 2 predictions. Pain for the Jets. Patriots win the game.
That just sounds like one prediction.
I can make it 3. Drake May owns the Jets. That's my 3rd one. Okay, Patriots win, yeah.
That all sounds like the same prediction to me.
I think you sound like the same prediction. Now, what's your prediction? I already said mine.
I think the Patriots are going to win.
Copycat.
So all of these are the same prediction.
Okay. As long as I agree, you are a copycat.
Well, it's the Jets.
Even we blew out the Jets because we're a good team now. It only took like 16 freaking weeks, but we're actually a good team now.
Chill.
What? We are.
Chill.
We are. We beat the top 2 teams in our division. That makes us the best team in the division.
Okay, you beat the Panthers.
Yes.
Who you already beat earlier in the season when you were still bad.
Huh?
A team that you had already beaten earlier in the season when you were still bad.
Which makes us better.
I'm not saying it doesn't mean there's not something to the Saints. I'm just saying the Panthers are chaotic and make no sense. The Panthers literally have been win-loss for 8 weeks in a row of having the opposite result every week. So they're probably going to lose to the Seahawks this week. And I think we all know they're going to lose to the Seahawks this week. But
they'll beat Tampa Bay week 18 against that division.
Yeah, then the week after they're probably going to beat the Buccaneers. Like that's the way it's going to work.
Wait, hold on. I found a funny plot twist. Panthers, if they beat Tampa Bay in week 18, if they do that, then that means the Panthers would have swept the Buccaneers and the Falcons, and the Saints swept the Panthers. So that means we would have swept the team that swept both teams in our division.
What does that mean when you get swept by the Falcons, though?
Well, we won't, though. That's the funny part.
You say that.
Tyler Shuck currently has a winning record versus this entire damn division. So, yes, he's going to beat Atlanta. Look, we just need that last thing.
When he loses to the Falcons, though, that's not
going to lose to Atlanta, I'm going to go over there in Ohio and I'm going to break your car.
Break my car. You know, it's funny. I got back from vacation and my car battery was dead. So
it's about to be double dead.
No, actually, what that means, though, is that is an indication that I'm right and the Falcons are indeed going to beat the Saints.
If you are right, I'm gonna shave your head bald while you're sleeping.
I'm not sure that would necessarily be a bad thing. I mean, I already keep it pretty short.
Oh, but you're going to be bald, bro. I don't even think your wife going to want to look at you.
I think she'd probably be pretty upset, yeah.
You remember one time when you told her about the squirt bottle? She's gonna do the same thing.
Okay, all right. What's next? Seahawks and Panthers. Well, I already said my prediction.
Yeah, Seahawks getting this win, baby boy.
I think clearly the Seahawks are the far better team than the Panthers, and the Seahawks are also the hottest team in the NFL right now.
I just want Tedero McMillan to have 2 catches for 5 yards.
I just want him to have a gigantic game.
No, because then that means he's gonna be rookie of the year, and we can have that.
That's what I'm saying. Tyler Shuck needs to finish second for rookie of the year voting.
No,
just so I can prove that Tyler Shuck is Andy Dalton.
No. Did Andy Dalton win the Super Bowl?
No, he didn't.
Exactly. Tyler Shuck's gonna win 2 of those.
Well, he's not gonna do that though.
But he will.
But he's not. He's gonna.
You don't know that.
He's going to go to the playoffs 5 years in a row and lose all of them.
At least we'll make it there.
But he's going to lose in the first round every year.
I think you're going to lose in the first round every year.
I already went through that for I've lived that life. Okay, I'm done.
I hope you live through it again.
No.
I hope Joe Burrow. I hope Joe Burrow is like, man, I'm so sick of this team. I'm gonna go to the Steelers.
He's not going to do that. So I wouldn't.
He did in my Madden franchise,
which is crazy. But Madden's crazy, so I'm not too worried about that. Giants Raiders. Oh, good lord. Why? It's it's a 4 p.m. game. And, at least most people aren't going to be subjected to it.
Man, this
there's only 2 4 p.m. games, so I lied. Actually, everybody's going to be subjected to it.
This finna be 2020 Bengals Dolphins. This is literally how the matchups are set up. Like, man, look, funny enough, I don't know if you know or not, early in the week, the reporters asked Max Crosby about a draft pick, and he said he's not playing for the draft pick. And guess what the Raiders did a couple days ago? They benched Max Crosby for the rest of the season. Like, they shut him down. They're like, how dare you say we're not tanking? Of course we tanking. So, yeah.
I'm sure they probably did that to preserve his health.
But it's just funny that they benched him as soon as he said, we ain't tanking. Like, don't you think that's a little odd? Because they could have did it at any point. Like, they could have did it when they were 2-11, 2-12, but no, they chose it when he said that bull crap. So they're like, you know what? No. We got to do some tanking, man. Like we can't be winning against the freaking Giants. Bro, the Giants trying to – bro, both teams, I won't be surprised if they just punt the ball the entire game. Like, they finna be so bad. Okay,
so hee ha ha, funny coincidence, but no, the hole in your argument here is that no team would ever admit to tanking. So regardless,
the Raiders are doing some admitting to tanking right
now. No. So like, I mean, what I'm saying is they wouldn't bench Max Crosby for saying we're not tanking, because that's probably what they would want him to say.
Oh, no, they definitely are pissed off. I mean, Max Crosby even said that he's pissed off at the Raiders now. So, yeah, Raiders, even saying all that, the Giants are so trash, and Jackson Dart is an overrated pile of feces. So, give me the Raiders to win.
I'm going to say the same thing about Max Crosby that I said about Myles Garrett. You know what? You signed the extension. It's your own damn fault.
What if he didn't, though? What if he was forced to sign the extension? What if they, forged his signature?
Okay. Eagles-Bills.
So we go from Tank Bowl to Super Bowl with, 3 question marks. Give me the Bills to win.
I don't know if I think the Eagles are going to make it this year.
I mean, I don't think they will, but I'm saying it's a possibility, so, it's fine.
It's a possibility, but I don't think the Bills are going to make it this year either.
And I say Bills win.
I do think the Bills probably win this game, yes.
Good for them.
And then, did we pick? We didn't pick Giants Raiders.
I said Raiders. I said Raiders.
Well, I'm going to pick the Giants. Why? Because I have no analysis of this game, and I'm just looking to be provocative.
Jackson Dart is an overrated pile of feces. That's why I picked the Raiders.
Bears Niners, which is I did not expect the 49ers to be this good this year, but I didn't expect the Bears to be this good this year either. So
the funny part about all of this is the Bears. I don't know if I said it on this show, but man, last week I've never watched a game where a team needed every single thing to go their way in the last 2 minutes of a game, and it go exactly. Obviously, there's some games where for example, when the Eagles beat the Raiders 31-0, obviously every single thing went the Eagles' way. But the Bears are down by 10 points with 2 minutes left against the Packers. They needed every minute detail to go the Bears' way, and everything. The Bears got the onside kick. First they got the field goal, then they got the onside kick, then they got a 4th down touchdown, then they forced a fumble, then they got a touchdown in overtime. So okay, I don't think that's gonna happen again. I don't think the Bears are gonna get that lucky. Give me 49ers.
Okay, so the Ravens just got a touchdown, by the way.
Who?
Ravens. So I think it's pretty safe to say, with 1:56 left to go in the game, I think it's pretty safe to say that I won this prediction.
And I think it's very safe to say that I won tomorrow's prediction with Steelers Browns because they're definitely not resting those starters now. Well, other than TJ Watt, but he's forced to not play.
No, I think the Browns are going to win.
They're not, though. That's the thing.
I think they are. I don't think the Steelers need to rest their starters.
And they won't. And they're going to. Bro, the Steelers blew out the Browns earlier this season when they had Dylan Gabriel. And now they got Shador Sanders, who was perfect timing, but not against the Steelers. No. Steelers going to the Super Bowl this season, and you will like it.
I don't think it's going to matter. I think the Steelers were better earlier this season than they are now. And I think the Browns were significantly worse earlier this season than they are now.
As long as we all agree that Kyle did not deny the Steelers were going to the Super Bowl.
Well, if they're not going to, if they miss the playoffs, they can't make it to the Super Bowl.
How do you know?
Because that's how. What?
They could buy tickets.
They sure could. They probably went. They probably went to the Super Bowl last year too. Then
was it urinating tree that started that Mojo?
I think so. He said it a lot at the very least.
Yeah, or it's like buy tickets, man. So yeah, like the Steelers, they can buy them tickets.
Derrick Henry.
When I first said urinating tree's name around my mom, she's like, "Why are you talking about a peeing tree?" And I'm like, "Huh." Back then, I didn't know what urinating meant. So.
Good job.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry is historically an absolute assassin when it comes to the Packers. I will say that. Apparently, that's his fourth touchdown today.
Not in 2020.
I'm not saying every time he's played them, but like most of the times that Derrick Henry's played the Packers, he's kind of killed them.
You know why? Because I don't need the Ravens to win this time. Just like I needed the Titans to beat the Packers in 2020. But no, Derrick Henry's like, you know what? I'm having a day off. Stupid Derrick Henry.
You just really sticking with that one, huh?
You want to talk about being petty? I can be petty.
You cannot out-petty me. Promise.
Try me.
I don't even know how to try you. Because it just comes so naturally to me that I don't even know how to challenge you on that.
Okay, then. Well, we only got 3 more predictions, so let's get these over with. We still ain't even do the power range yet.
Yeah, we'll put them up on the screen and talk about it probably a little bit. We got Rams Falcons.
I never think I've ever seen a situation where if a team, especially an 11-win team, wins a game, that it's going to help their draft position. But here we are. Because if the Rams beat Atlanta, the Rams get a better draft pick for it. So, yeah. Rams win.
I didn't even really know that. I guess I probably could have put it together if I had thought about it, but yeah, that's kind of crazy. Like, so yeah, the Rams obviously going to win this game. The Rams want nothing more on the planet than to win this game.
Like, if you think about it, like, usually when you say help your draft position, usually it's like a 3 or 4 win team losing a couple games to get a better draft pick. But no, if the Rams beat Atlanta, the Rams get a better draft pick for it. So, yes, the Rams, they're going to go all out. They're going to go crazy. The Rams are going to tank, but win on purpose to tank. I don't know. It's crazy.
According to Stranger, the Ravens have a foam cheese grater hat on Henry.
Oh, wow.
That's kind
good
of
for them. Good for them.
And according to Tom Grassie's chat, again, I can't see the game right now, but according to Tom Grassie's chat, other people are talking about the grater head. So I guess that is corroborated by people other than Stranger himself. Anyway, now for the 2 most interesting games, we got the Saints and the Titans. Oh boy.
Yeah, man. You know, Tyler Shuck can have another 300 game and get 3 touchdowns on Sunday against the Tennessee Titans in their 23-17 victory. Yeah, I mean, look, Cam Ward, he's been playing fine, but he ain't no Tyler Shuck. Tyler Shuck playing like the first overall pick. In fact, a guy named Todd McShay actually did a 2025 mock draft redraft, and guess what? He had Tyler Shuck going number 1 to the Titans. So I am going Saints to win this game, and everybody except for the Falcon fans will like it.
Okay, so I'm going to agree with you that the Saints are going to win. 23-17 sounds about right. But I think Tyler Shuck is going to throw for less than 200 yards.
No, he threw for 300 yards. Yes, last week he's gonna throw for 300 again.
I think he's gonna not do that.
No, because he has to win the Offensive Rookie of the Year trophy for the first time since 2017.
And I think he's going to throw an interception and fumble the ball as well.
No, he's not.
Yeah, and they're going to win. I also think he's going to throw the game-winning touchdown.
Yay!
But also prior to that, he's going to set him up for problems with the interception that makes it look like the Titans are going to go win, and then that doesn't happen.
Tyler Shuck already has 2 game-winning drives. You know, funny enough, Tyler Shuck already has more wins in a Saints uniform against teams over 500 than Derek Carr had in 2 years.
Did you know that? It's pretty garbage.
Yeah. Derek Carr had.
It's almost like anybody who thought that Derek Carr was going to be great for the Saints is an idiot.
Yeah, we don't got to talk about that.
Speaking of things that are great, can we just bring back these like navy blue Chargers uniforms permanently?
No,
because like they're way better. Like I never understood the powder blue obsession.
No,
I really makes me happy. Okay. All right. So final game, we got the Bengals and Cardinals in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I'm going Bengals to get the 24-21 W. Joe Burrow going to throw like 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Jacoby Brissett going to throw 3 touchdowns and no interceptions. But Bengals still win because the Cardinals are the Cardinals. So give me Bengals.
I think Joe Burrow is about to go off in this game, and Joe Burrow is going to absolutely cook, and he's going to throw for like 500 yards and like several touchdowns, and the Bengals are going to get the most entertaining, meaningless win they've ever gotten before.
You know, lying is not good for the soul, right, Kyle?
It's not a lie. The Cardinals are that bad.
But the Cardinals beat the Saints in week 1.
Yeah, because the Saints were absolutely garbage until Tyler Shuck showed up.
Tyler James Shuck. I wonder what he's doing right now. You think he's thinking about tomorrow already?
I think he's been thinking about tomorrow all week. What do you mean?
Do you know that they even made a song about Tyler Shuck?
I'm not surprised about that.
Like a random Saints fan, I think, made a song saying, "Yeah, they're getting shucked tonight. They're getting shucked tonight." Like Tyler Shuck even said that they should drop that. That they should drop that on Apple or Spotify or whatever. But I mean, you getting shucked tonight? Yeah, the Titans getting shucked tomorrow.
Getting shucked is the bad thing
for the Titans. Yes, it is.
Okay. All right. And then finally, never mind. That's the last game. All right. So yeah, that's the predictions. Let's go talk about these power rankings real quick.
Sure.
And I guess we'll do a mock draft a different time, probably in the off season, I guess. Anyway, so here's what we got. You got the Bears at 10 for some reason. What?
What is there to what about?
Why do you have the Bears at 10?
What, do you think I should have them out the top 10?
I think it should be a lot higher than 10.
No, absolutely not. They're lucky I still had them at 10 for what I saw on Saturday.
Okay. What do you mean?
Because, man, like that fluke win, bro. It's like, man, I've never seen. I'm pretty sure it's more likely for the Patriots to come back down 28-3 against Atlanta than it was what I saw Saturday. Like that game was insane and buffoonery, and I will not stand for stuff like that.
Okay, so first of all, I just want to point out that somebody on this podcast correctly predicted the Bears to finally end their woes against the Green Bay Packers.
I don't recall that. I
do recall that. Yeah, I recall that happening.
Well, was Thomas on the show last week, or did I miss that?
No. It was me. I predicted that. And the other thing that I would like to the other thing I would like to point out is the Bears have, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14?
Huh?
It's 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, 13. The Bears have 11 wins in their last 13 games. I don't give a shit if it was kind of an ugly win. Okay, the way they came back and they won that game matters. Caleb Williams put the Bears on the map with that throw at the end of the game. All I'm saying, well, the throw to take him to overtime anyway. All I'm saying is that the Bears have lost 2 games in their last 13. One of which was a close game against the Packers. The other was a blowout from the Ravens. But that was, way back in week whatever. But the Bears have got to be the hottest team in the NFL right now. And you've got them at 10.
No, they're not. No, the Bears, they're going to get blown out in the first round of the playoffs, man. They're going to be one and done.
I don't agree with that. Let's see. I don't even know what the playoff picture looks like right now.
They would play I think they would play the Packers.
I think they're going to beat the Packers.
They could maybe beat the Packers, but man, like Bears, there's just I just don't I had them number 1 a few weeks ago because they deserved it at that time, but now it's no. I mean, bro, Dennis Allen is the Bears defense is not why they're winning games, and it sucks that Dennis Allen has to enjoy winning. So, yeah.
Jim agrees with me.
Well, Jim
agrees with me. Packers are going to be one and done. See?
I think you're going to be one and done.
I think your mom. Correct.
Okay, insult my mom. She don't care. Neither do I.
I don't even think I insulted her. I just think I just said your mom.
Okay, your wife
is awesome.
I bet she cooks a mean omelet, don't she?
I'm sure she could cook an omelet fine. I don't know if the last time I remember her cooking an omelet.
Okay.
Actually, no. Actually, now I say that, I'll be honest. Last time she cooked an omelet, I don't think it was any good. I think she was trying to do that Japanese omelet thing that's famous, and I don't know. But I'm not really an egg person. That's part of it. She got really into doing this omelet with ketchup thing. It's big in Japanese stuff, and I never really was a fan of that. But that's my personal opinion too.
I mean, I do the same thing. Put some cheese and some ketchup on your omelet.
Yeah, but it's a particular style of it's a particular dish. I forget what it's called. But she thinks it's really cool, and I'm just I'm not into it.
Man, we a football podcast talking about some damn omelet.
Well, you brought it up. All right, so you got the Steelers at number 9, which is also garbage.
I do got that. They deserved it.
How are the Texans not higher, first of all?
Because Texans, I remember, because I ranked them before the Chargers game. Now I would definitely have them higher, but they played, who was that? That's right, they played the Raiders. And I'm like, man, you can't be barely squeaking by the Raiders. I understand, a win is a win, but it's the freaking Raiders, man. They got shut out the previous week. How you almost losing to the Raiders? So yeah, they were in timeout, Now I would probably have them back in top 10 after their game against Chargers.
Didn't you pick the Texans to win against the Chargers?
I did.
So you're inconsistent and make no sense.
I know. I'm just like the Bengals.
So funnily enough, you had the Packers at 12, and then the Ravens at 15. So where would you have those two teams now?
See, I would still have the Ravens at 15 and the Packers. Maybe they're either going to stay at 12 or 13.
Even though the Ravens just beat them?
Yes, because the Ravens not in the playoffs right now. You don't get in the top 4 teams, you're not in the playoffs.
I feel like the Packers should go down, though.
Well, okay, they can go to 13.
I think the Panthers might be better than them, though.
The Panthers are just too inconsistent for me.
I mean, are the Packers not right now?
Well, the Packers got an excuse. They don't got their quarterback right now. And even with that, they still battled with the Ravens. I mean, we're kind of, it was a 3-point game for a little bit.
Making up, we gotta break a few eggs. Hey, do it with comments, stranger. Sorry, me and my wife actually. Funnily enough, we were talking about my wife and omelets. Me and my wife were both making that comment quite a bit earlier about how you make an omelet, got to break a few eggs. Well, me and my wife both used that comment several times earlier today, so it's just a dumb thing for me. What I don't know why. Like, my wife is so inundated with omelets now. Thanks, Mikey.
Okay, you're welcome. Hey, I'm not the one that told her to make an omelet. I just said, I bet she can make a mean omelet.
I hope the Bengals make a Guinness Book omelet. You want them to break a world record number of eggs? Can all of the eggs be Lou Anarumo?
No.
And Trey Hendrickson too?
Why, you don't like Trey no more?
I'm kind of frustrated because it seems like he quit on the team.
So you don't want him on your team next year?
I would rather him commit, but I mean, if this is the way he's going to be, then yeah, he's not really helping the team out.
The Saints going to sign Trey Hendrickson next year.
I don't think he would go to the Saints.
He's not going to the Bengals, and the Saints are going to finish with a better record. Okay.
No, we're going to finish with the same record.
No, y'all losing
which
to
is
the Browns.
frustrating. We are not losing to the Browns.
If you lose to the Browns, I hope you remember that comment.
I won't.
Well, I'm going to be there to remind you.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
Dang near every egg on defense. That's what I'm saying. Get rid of them.
Are we going to talk about more power rankings or just
more
eggs?
Yeah, well, yeah. Okay. Chargers at number 8, but where are they actually at now, Mikey?
Probably 10 or 11.
Yes, I see, because the Bears need to move up.
Bears stay at 10, and the Chargers at 10 too. They both can share 10.
So the Bears are at number 4. Gotcha.
Not even a little bit. That's actually where I would rather have them at 34 than at number 4.
I'd have them at 4 personally. I think they're better than the Chargers. I think they're better than the Patriots. I think they're better than the 49ers. I think they're better than the Bills. And I think they're a hell of a lot better than the Steelers.
They are not number 4.
And
they don't eat no fofos from Wendy's. They don't have $4, so they can't go to the $4 store. They have no fuzz around them.
And I think they're better than the Broncos.
No.
I think if they played the Broncos, they'd beat them.
I think the Broncos would slaughter the Bears 2-0.
I don't. So anyway, the Patriots. It's not seven's fair. I think 7's fine.
Yeah, I mean they've fallen. Well, I mean I know they just beat the Ravens, but Patriots, I put them on my fraud list because man, They almost lost to Tyler Huntley, man. And they choked a 21-0 lead to the Bills, man. And they've been playing a lot of cupcake games, man. And they lost to the Raiders in week 1, man.
So Jim has an issue with you putting the 49ers at 6. I'm not sure I do.
I have an issue with everything he says, but yet here we are.
So that just sounds like par for the course then.
Mm-hmm.
Got the Bills at 5. Explain yourself immediately.
Because they are. You want to talk about hottest teams? Well, they're one of the hottest teams in the league. Just had a great 21-0 comeback on the Patriots, and they beat the Browns.
And they are not as good as the Bears.
That is literally everything that is not true.
It's everything that's not true.
Yes.
Nothing in the world is everything ever else that's been said, including all of the contradictory things, are all true.
Yes.
Okay. Broncos at 4.
Yeah.
I understand their record. I get it. I just don't. I'm still in shock that their record is what Broncos fans. Bo Nix is probably in shock that their record is what it is.
I mean, look, I feel like every year we have this one team where it's like, how are they winning these games since 2020? Like in 2020, you had the Steelers. 2021, you had the Cardinals. 2022, there's probably somebody in there. Oh yeah, the Vikings. 2022 is the Vikings. 2023, it was the Chiefs. Or no, that's 2024. There was one team in 2023 where it felt like they were winning a lot of games that you shouldn't have been winning. But I know 2024, it was the Chiefs, and this year it's the Broncos.
And all of these teams, except for the Chiefs, but they did in the Super Bowl, all of these teams get blown out in the first round.
They did do that, yeah.
So then how are the Broncos number 4?
Because they've been playing because I don't know.
Especially when you put the Texans, not the Texans, who was it? When you put the Bears down at 10 because they didn't beat the Packers convincingly enough.
Yeah.
And yet you're giving all that benefit of the doubt to the Broncos.
No, I did not put them. I did not put the Bears down at 10 because they barely beat the Packers. That's not why. Like if they beat the Packers 22-16, but it was a normal ass game, I might have put them higher. But the fact that you almost lost to a backup quarterback and like the amount of stuff that had to go your way and it just magically went your way, like I'm sorry, I don't reward luck.
Andrew Luck was pretty good.
I never say anything about Andrew Luck.
I'm saying like he deserves a bit of a reward.
You're right. His reward was teaching Joe Burrow the retirement method that Joe Burrow will use in a couple years.
No, he's not.
If he retires, I will soak in your tears.
He's not going to retire.
If he does, I'm going to blame you for it.
What did I do?
You should have made him feel better.
Okay. So Jaguars at number 3. Now I've got a big major comment I need to make on this, Mikey.
What?
You're correct. Let's move on.
Hey, I had the Jaguars winning the AFC South before the season started. See?
Yeah, I will admit I did not think the Jaguars were going to have a very good season this year, and I've been proven very wrong.
Yeah, I got something right.
All right, the Rams at number 2. That's probably also correct.
Yeah, totally, definitely, yeah.
And
totally,
then this. Yeah. Okay, are you going to say something else about that?
What is there to say?
Well, no, it's the way you were saying it sounded like you were like unsure about your ranking.
I just don't like the reality that we live in. But,
oh, right, because you hate the Rams, right?
They're definitely number 2.
Yeah. Well, when they win the Super Bowl this year, then you'll have to put them at 1.
I don't got to do nothing. If I could put them at 31 if I wanted to.
You already had them at 1 earlier this year.
That don't mean I got to like it or put them back there.
You do, though.
No,
Because you even said it yourself, you're following my methodology when it comes to like at least the top 14.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna follow my methodology on your rankings, then you got to put the Rams at 1 if they win the Super Bowl.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I could do like I did in 2018.
Not make a power rankings?
No, forget football's a thing.
You didn't though.
No, I did. I definitely did.
No, you didn't.
Super Bowl was not watched.
Well, that doesn't mean you forgot.
No, I tried to.
I didn't say you didn't try to. I'm saying you didn't successfully do that.
I did for like 24 hours.
I don't know if you did.
Try having your first game be the Minneapolis Miracle that you ever consumed. Like, that's just bad luck.
Yeah, the first game that I ever consumed, I don't think I would be able to. I don't know if anybody could tell you what that was. I don't remember it. I was probably like 1 year old.
Well, the first mother shucker that I ever consumed was or at least remembered, was the Minneapolis Miracle. So yeah, that's definitely
the first Bengals game that I remember. Oh boy.
You're old.
What does that have to do with anything?
Because now you gotta do all this remembering.
Well, you
Old
see,
people can remember nothing.
the problem is I don't really remember because the Bengals were so bad when I was young. Like that's part of the issue. So it's like I mean I don't really remember a lot. I don't know. Maybe if I go through like the actual seasons, I could remember. Anyway, you got the Seahawks at 1.
Yep, I do.
Explain yourself. Explain yourself. I cannot believe that you put the Seahawks at number 1. It makes no sense.
I think I could probably start and end it with this. They beat the freaking Rams, who had a number 1 last week.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. So let's see. Obviously, the first game that comes to mind for old Bengals games is okay. So I was gonna say the Bengals Steelers playoff game in 2005, but I do remember beating the Steelers. Although I don't really remember how that game went in 2005 when we beat them to sweep them in the AFC North. I don't really remember any of these 2004 games. Oh no, I do remember the Bengals Browns. Highest scoring game in NFL history until the 2018 Rams played the Chiefs.
That the Browns did beat you by the way.
No, we beat them. It was 58-48.
There was another game where they beat y'all 51-45.
Yeah, it was. There was another game like that, but the one that was the higher scoring of the two, we won.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, 58-48.
No. The Browns beat y'all 61-48.
No, it was 51-45.
No, it was 70-45. Browns won.
You a big dummy.
And you an old dummy.
Okay. So I do kind of remember that Browns game. I think I was at that Browns game where we won 58-48. What else? Now all of these games I went to, I just don't remember any of them. All the home games I went to back in the day, I just don't remember any of these games specifically. I do remember that I remember that we beat the Chiefs in 2004, and that was a big deal because the Chiefs were undefeated up until that point, and Chad Johnson guaranteed that we'd beat the Chiefs, and then we were like a pretty good team from then on. So I remember that I was at that game, and I remember everybody talking about it prior to that game, but I don't actually remember the game itself. So I don't know if I can say that that's the first game I really remember. At least Bengals games. I remember other games. I remember like the Ravens and the Giants Super Bowl. But I also remember the Broncos and the Packers Super Bowl from '96. Is that right? '96. That might be the first game I remember. Period. Is the Broncos Packers Super Bowl.
Good.
But as far as Bengals games, I do remember that Browns game. 2002. 2002. We only won 2 games. It was like the worst season we've ever had. Except obviously the season that got us Joe Burrow was equally bad. But one of the 2 teams that we beat in 2002, Mikey.
Was it the Saints?
It was the Saints.
Okay.
The Saints and the expansion Houston Texans. It was the Texans' first year, and we beat them. We beat them 38-3. Like we only won 2 games the whole season, but one of them was a win over the Saints, and one of them was a 38-3 win over the Texans. That's
what was
how
the
bad
score in the Saints? What was the Saints score?
2013.
Okay, it wasn't that bad. I mean, we were probably bad at the time too.
Yeah, I don't know what your guys' record was that year. You guys were 9-7, so actually it was a pretty you guys probably missed the playoffs because of that game.
Son of course. And I mean, bro, name a team in 2003 that was able, down by 7 points against the Jaguars, season on the line. Aaron Brooks throw the ball, caught, dude lateral with the ball. Then the dude caught the ball and he lateral with the ball again. Then the dude that got the ball lateraled it. Saints scored touchdown, and then they missed the extra point. That's how our season ended. And it wasn't like the extra point was like a 20-yard or a 30-yard kick like it is now. The kick was from the freaking 2-yard line. And he shot the extra point. That's how our season ended in 2003.
2001. I don't think I remember any of these games.
You better don't.
I almost kind of feel like I remember this Buccaneers game where we lost 16-13 in overtime. I almost feel like I remember going to an overtime game and we lost, and the Buccaneers were involved. I mean, I was like, I would have been in 2001. I would have been like 9. But I feel like I remember that. I feel like I don't know. I'm telling you, like a lot of these like games from when I was a kid with the Bengals are a blur because they were so fucking bad. Let's see. We got 2000. I think 2000 was the Corey Dillon game for the Broncos. I think I remember that game, but I don't remember a whole lot about that game. We lost 15-0 to the Steelers the week before.
Lord.
Good Lord.
Good.
Oh, Jesus.
Good.
Yeah, I don't really remember in these games.
Good.
I think I remember the Corey Dillon game, but I don't really know if I remember that or not. 99, which was Achilles Smith's first year. I don't remember any of that. I don't remember a damn bit of any of that. I promise you that. Kajana Carter was still on the team. That's crazy. No, man, 98. We went 3-13. Oh God, this is like a trip down blacked out memory lane.
All right, bro.
I don't remember any of these games.
Good.
Nope. Oh yeah, I forgot we used to be in the same division as the Jaguars. I'm like, we played the Jaguars twice, yeah.
We used to be in the same
we
division
lost
with the Rams, 49ers, and Falcons.
our final game of the 98 season, we lost to the Buccaneers 35-0.
Disgusting.
That's pretty bad.
Don't forget, before the Vikings game this season for the Bengals, do you remember who had the biggest blowout win against the Bengals in Bengals history?
So anyway,
the New Orleans Saints back in 20-something.
How did we score 42 against the Eagles?
Because you did.
In 1997. And still lost.
Because you did.
We lost 44-42 to the Eagles.
That's definitely a Bengals game.
In 1997, though. It was a completely different era.
Yep, definitely a Bengals game. Yep.
And then the following week, we beat the Oilers 41-14.
We're playing the Oilers tomorrow.
No, you're not.
Yes, we are.
You're not.
Yes, we are.
You're not.
Yes, we are. Legally,
not. No, it's not legally. You're not.
Yes, we are.
No, you're not. Legally, you're not.
Yeah, bro, there are still some Titans fans that remember when they were the Oilers. So therefore, legally, we are playing the Oilers.
There was one season where they were the Tennessee Oilers.
Yeah, exactly. So we're playing the Tennessee Oilers.
Actually, I think it might have been like 2 seasons. I don't remember.
But then the first season they were the Titans, and then made the dang on Super Bowl.
See, okay, now I think I started going to games in '97, so I'm back in '96 now. I'm not gonna remember any of this shit. So I can confirm. I think the first game that I like legit remember was beating the Browns 58-48.
Good.
I hope in
2004, week 18.
I think is what that was. What'd you say now?
I hope you lose to the Browns 58-48 next week.
Well, you're not going to get your wish because we're going to beat them, but not 58-48. It's going to be like 30-13.
But just to say, hey, the Browns beat y'all 58-48.
But it's not going to happen.
It could.
We're not even going to lose, first of all.
If y'all lose,
hey, look, here's another game we played the Saints.
What? We won?
No.
Oh, damn.
No, we beat you 30-15.
What year was that?
96.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that was actually like an okay year for us, and like the 90s was a bad time to be a Bengals fan, but 96 was. Yeah, but 96 was actually a decent year. We went, I think, 8-8 that year.
In the 90s, we had the diddly poo game.
The Saints was the first game that we won that year. We started out 0-2 against the Rams and the Chargers. Beat the Saints and then lost 4 in a fucking row. Good Lord. But then we won 3 in a row and then lost the Bills. But then we beat the Falcons and we lost the Jaguars and we won the rest of our games.
1996 was that was the diddly poo year.
Are you kidding? We were 1 game away from making the playoffs that year.
Well, make the playoffs next time.
That would have been such a cool year because like that was like 96. I believe that was Jeff Blake. I think that was Jeff Blake. Yeah, that was like Jeff Blake was doing his like shaking Blake shit. And I mean the only other quarterback worth a damn he had on the team was Eric Wilhelm. I don't even know who Kerry Joseph is.
That's crazy. Oh, damn.
Kerry Joseph was a quarterback for the Bengals, and he was not drafted, though. And then he played for the London Monarchs the following year.
Go London.
Then he came back to play for the Washington Redskins in the
that's racist.
In the preseason as a practice squad member, and then went back to Europe to play for the Rainfire.
The who?
There's another European, the NFL Europe team.
Speak Chinese or speak Europe. It doesn't matter because all you do is throw up.
Europe is a continent, first of all.
Okay, that has nothing to do with throwing up.
But it's not a language.
European.
And what does Chinese have to do with anything that I said?
Because if you suck at football, everybody says you better start learning Chinese, boy, because that's where you're gonna be going.
What?
That's what they say.
Do you mean basketball?
No. I mean football.
Who says you need to learn Chinese if you're bad at football?
I mean, they say in both sports, to be honest with you, football and basketball. But yeah.
That doesn't make any sense in football. In basketball, it makes sense because there's like a Chinese basketball league, right?
And there's a Chinese football league.
There might be, but nobody knows anything about nobody. I've never heard of the Chinese football league. I'm sure it exists.
Exactly.
Anyway, this man went on and played for 2 years for the Seahawks, and then played the entire rest of his career in Canada.
Good.
And he was he got his coaching. You know where he got his start coaching in the NFL? Because apparently he's still a coach. Actually,
Did he start with the Saints?
He did start with the Saints.
Was he good?
He was a training camp intern.
Was he good?
He was a training camp intern.
Was he good?
I don't fucking know. You tell me. Was he any good in 2014 as a training camp intern, Mikey?
Was I watching football in 2014?
I don't think you were. So you probably know about as well as I do.
I mean, to be fair, I did mention that 2003 incident with the touchdown, but then he missed the extra points. So I guess I probably could have known, but I don't know what happened in 2014.
How old were you in 2014?
2010, 11, 12, 13. I was 5.
So you could have. I think that was the year I started going to Bengals games. So you could have known about the Saints.
I mean, I knew, bro. I remember every time I would walk on the sidewalk and I would stand on the fleur de lis thing. I didn't even know what it was. In fact, I didn't even know what a fleur de lis was till like about 3 years ago. I didn't even know it was called a fleur de lis. No one filled me in with that information.
It's a symbol of the French government.
It's actually it's also a flower.
Well, yeah, that's what fleur means.
Yep, a flower. Just like Florida. Florida was named after a flower too.
And then he was also a training camp intern with the Buccaneers in 2017.
Did he suck?
I have no idea.
He better have been good with the Saints, but sucks for Tampa.
Well, he must have not been that good with the Saints because he was a training camp intern in 2014 and then didn't even do any coaching again until 2016 and then became a training camp intern with the Buccaneers in 2017.
What does he do now?
Well, now he's the special assistant to the head coach at Texas.
Good.
Last year he was the Bears quarterbacks coach. Apparently, what the fuck?
Good. So that's why Caleb Williams left last year.
Yeah, he might have. I don't know. He was the assistant quarterbacks coach for the Seahawks in 22 and 23.
Good.
Looks like his highest position was he was the. Well, I think that is. I think being the Bears quarterbacks coach is frankly his highest position so far.
Good.
Damn. Well, anyway, he won the Grey Cup in 2007.
Cool.
With the Rough Riders, I guess. Must have been.
Good.
So we're definitely still having a very interesting podcast discussion.
No, we're not.
Did a quick check. Packers chat is spiraling right now. I'm sure they are. Guessing accountant is not Mikey's intended profession. Now that would be my guess as well, because he can't account.
What does account even mean?
To get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I can count.
7, 8.
6, 7.
Not okay. Anyway, most countries in Europe have a different language, but none of them speak Chinese.
Cool.
And also, none of them speak Europe.
European.
Oh man, no, I'm not.
What?
I don't have to pee at all.
I said European.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not. I'm on camera. That'd be disgusting.
European language.
I'm not peeing at all.
What? What, man? No,
You're accusing
European
me of
language.
false shit, trying to say the Bengals are going to lose and then I'm peeing on camera.
No, man. European language.
I don't even think a language can pee.
What? So urinating tree can name himself urinating tree, but I can't say the word European.
Yeah, because that's not. I'm not peeing.
You know what? You're the reason the Saints only got one Super Bowl.
It's my fault.
Yes.
What did I do?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I probably would have rooted against the Saints pretty much any other time. Like, well, I'm sorry, but I found them to be a little overblown and overrated at the time.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if I was entirely wrong, but I did root for them though in 2009. Makes you feel better.
Good.
Mostly because I didn't like Peyton Manning.
Cool.
Okay. All right. Anyway, that's we've been probably dragging this on way too long. Ravens win. It's still a quarter-3 apparently. So the Ravens win. Let's just go ahead and make sure that's final, because obviously the NFL would not be able to finalize the scores if I didn't put final on my scoreboard.
They already have the Packers. They already got the game.
No, they don't. They can't officially legally record the result of the game until I put final on my scoreboard.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, anyway, that's going to be it for the Who Dey versus Who Dat podcast, or Gridiron Apocalypse, or whatever the fuck we're calling it. Or I don't know, like the sports show, or down this. I probably come up with another name, and we're just going to call it 40 different things from now on. Yeah, according to ESPN, by the way, the Packers currently have a 0.01% chance to win the game.
No, duh.
What do you mean, no duh?
Obviously, they got a 0% chance to win the game.
Now, according to this, they have a 0.1% chance to win the game.
Well, then, yes. Did you refresh your page?
No, but it's kind of my point.
Well, then, ESPN is a lie.
Okay. Anyway, I'll leave you all as always with the Who Dey.